forgot to do the title. Title. I forgot how to do the title. Let's Talk podcast with Miss Variety D. Miss Variety D. I'm gonna get you in here. Miss Variety D. Raunchy. That shit look raunchy. I'm gonna get a different color though. I think I'm gonna just get a whole green screen. Get me a whole green screen. Miss Variety. Let's see what get you in here. It's all good. Yo, what's good? Lyrics, what's up with you, bro?
Hold on a second. Right, right. Hold on. I'm trying to get this phone. Right. This is so black. Hold on. Right. Not you. I'm saying this all this.
It's all good.
Oh, you needed some light. That's what you need, a spotlight on your face. Or turn your thingy around. That's what you need to do.
Hey, I need some type. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
I swear you're 5 hours behind me. Why does it look like it's like midnight, like around your area?
Oh, it's trust me, it's not. It's sunlight. It's just that my
You're
room
at the
is just so
Atlantic. You're not
dark.
over there. Like,
Yeah.
you're not in Wu-Tang. Yeah, that.
So how are you doing today? How you doing?
Oh, I'm all right. I've just been working on editing a few things that I want to put up on my YouTube channel before I go to hospital, because next month I'll be going to hospital for an operation in the brain, you know, because if us comedians, if we're too crazy, too cray cray, we're gonna have to get, incision like Hannibal. So no, but all jokes aside, I suffer from epilepsy since I was a little girl, so it has to be done. So fingers crossed I
Yeah.
survive. Pray for me.
The prayers
Um,
out to you. I
Thank you.
got you in my prayers.
But overall, yeah, just been keeping myself busy because it's still lockdown. We still got a semi-house arrest going on here in London, UK. Um, I've been doing a lot of work based on Black British comedians from the
Yes.
yesteryear till now. So recently there was a situation where not one but two comedians got mixed up by these white press release people, and they said, yes, hello, Mr. So and so, are you ready for your press release? Here's the pictures that we got of you, and he's looking at it going, okay, so that's not me, man. That's not me. He's darker than me. He's got sideburns. He's got grey hair, man. Straight, nah, you know, kind of thing. Like, we don't even have the same fade. What the hell, guy?
So is that what you're working on for your YouTube too?
So no, hear this one now, yeah. So what I'm doing, what I took from that one, because they already debated about that. This happened 2 weeks ago. What I've done some research on black comics who look like another celebrity. So not just doppelgangers as a duplication, but also this includes fusions. I'm not sure you watch Dragon Ball Z, but you know, like when Trunks and Gohan, yeah, did a little thing, right? They did that thing, and they start fusing to this like next kind of character. Yeah, like it's kind of like I see two black celebrities look like that comedian. And I said, yeah, a bit of Eddie Murphy and a bit of this person looks like that person, you know? Or there's in my intro exclusive, I say comedian Ali Sadiq looks like Javon Prince with a bit of Matt Blaze, with two black comedians here, you know. But I think I can't do that because I'm talking about black British comedians. So I'm saying that in my intro, I cannot put da 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 da. And then the last but not least is also rebirths, you know, like someone who's died, a black comic who's probably passed away, and you see another black comic who looks just like them, but from a certain angle, you know, when they're doing a gig, and they go, wait a minute, hold on, Big Zach looked like Robin Harris, oh my God, you know, kind of thing. So like, so yeah, so it's really interesting, and let me repeat, no one has ever done this before in this country, because I don't know about the USA, but I think, in my opinion, you guys are a lot more louder, a lot more like, yo, I want to come and say this and I mean it. Whilst over here, we're too risk assessy. No, shh, no, so, no, you can't say that, you know, no, because, you know, the white man watching and the Jewish man and the Indian man, da. I'll be like, so hold a minute. So you're saying Mr. Chow can say something, Mr. Kohan, you know, the Jewish man over there, can say something, thinking Polish man can say something, but we can't say nothing. Nah, man. Like, this is... And it's social media. This is what, like, before any social media element, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, it always says 3 letters. WWW. No, not KKK. WWW. Yeah? World Wide Web. So I don't know why here in Britain we still have that. Okay, I kind of do know why, because we still live in a sovereignty country where it's like king and queen. But we still should have that freedom, and we still have that glass ceiling. So, yeah. But anyway, how are you on your side? What's your side saying?
I'm doing good. I'm trying to work on like this podcast. I'm trying to build it up more and more. I was kind of thinking like how I want to do it. Like, do I want to make a series out of it? Like how you do seasons and stuff. That's what I was thinking about doing. But it's just thought and process. I didn't want to rush it and make any bad decisions, you know?
Well, whilst you're saying that, I can still hear you. I'm just sending thingy with my half-blind self. I'm sending this Instagram live to lots of people. You know, when you press the send button, send, you know. So even though I did that post earlier on my thing a few hours ago, some people act like, oh, I didn't see it, you know, lies. So I just press send in their DMs.
So since you said something about the YouTube, is that what you're working on for YouTube?
Yeah, so I'm working on YouTube. Yeah, so I'm structuring a lot of Before I Go Hospital on August 12th. A lot of like top 10s, you know, black UK comics did this. Like my next one after that one's going to be top 10 black UK comics with spectacles, with glasses, who wear glasses. Because over here we have a lot of white comedians who wear glasses, including duos. Like the one famous Two Ronnies. We have Harry Hill, Alan Carr, to name a few. And black people, it's like, oh, it's not in the countdown now. Not even Lenny Henry. Boy, you know what? Let me just go. Because over there, you guys have famous comedians who wear glasses. Like Cedric Entertainer. Here's little man there. Little Rel. You know who else? Sometimes some of the Tory brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them wear glasses a lot.
I'm trying to think.
Um, and then you got I think is she mix of black and Puerto Rican or something like that, or Dominican. Ida Rodriguez.
Ida Rodriguez. I gotta look her up. I gotta
Yeah,
look
she was
her
on
up.
Tiffany
Do my
Haddish's
research on
She's
her.
Ready. So I'm saying, so even the research that I do here, I make sure I also look at the American side because I'm also connected with Comedy Hype, which I even said to them I wanted to make an expansion for them to the UK. But because we're such a small country, we can fit this country into many of your states or one state 10 times, do some cartwheels and stretch your neck. We're still there. So yeah, we're a small minority as black people in society, but as comedians, some of us need to be given our flowers early before it's too late. You
So
know?
I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking through your page and I came across the picture with you and Will Smith. Is that a real picture? That's a real moment?
Right. Let me tell you about that picture now. So that was back in 2016 when
Hmm.
I first went to Los Angeles, and I was performing at Flappers Burbank and yeah, Flappers, Ha Ha Comedy Club, and Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard. And during my free time, even after doing some auditions, um, I went around and went to the House of Wax. Dun, dun, dun. And here I come across Will Smith. Just it was wax work, just pure wax work. It's not him. It's not real him.
Got you. I didn't know. Like even he said in the comments, I didn't know. But I like that picture because I like the quote and all. I like that picture.
But it was the thing is what I love about that because I think you guys' place is also called Madame Two Swords. We have one here in London, but I think our wax workers between you and me,
Hmm.
our ones are shit. Yeah, like they when they build like wax work of black people, black superstars. The nose looks funny, you know. The eyes a little bit too bulge out. We're like, no, no. Why is the lip? Why the bottom lip a bit big? What's going on? Like he got stung by a mosquito? No, where's the respect? You know, like you kind of, and they wonder why black
Okay.
people get angry.
It might be the talent difference. Maybe a lot of people don't got the type of American type of talent. It's just like
It's
a
not even
natural type
that,
of
man. I
talent.
just think these artists, they won't even get the skin tone right. They're like, oh, we saw him in a film called Independence Day, and you know, he seems like we got a cocoa color. No, he's not cocoa. He's more latte. What are you talking about? Like,
You got to go
that's
a
no.
little darker.
You can't get Will mixed with Wesley Snipes, man. Nah, that's a crime.
So after the if everything goes well, I pray everything goes well. It will goes well. Do like
Yeah.
what's some more big plans that you got upcoming?
So I also got another project called Variety Detective, which
Hmm.
is a mockumentary. Mockumentary meaning a documentary, but fictional. And mine's also again based on you know, the Black British comedy circuit, or as we call it, urban. And the uniqueness about it is called Variety Detective. I'm dressed in a sort of like old school detective, and it's in black and white, so it's called film noir, which is set after the Great Depression of the war.
Hmm.
So you know, clubs were open. So you know, think of Harlem Nights meets 32 Steps. I think is it 44 Steps? Yeah,
Hmm.
that makes sense. Yeah, so think of like, you know, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, and Eddie Murphy, and instead of them being comedians or club owners, they're detectives and inspectors and you know, constables, that kind of stuff.
I like
And they're
that.
trying, and what it is, they're trying to. It's an online series, so it's not a film. It's just literally an online series. I'm trying to get completed, and where there's a lot of it's about the good, the bad, and the crooked sides of the industry, things that
Hmm.
have never changed for generations. So you're thinking of sex, infidelity. You know, you've heard all about it when promoters, when they say to a female comedian, "Hey, you were funny tonight. I want to laugh. I want to laugh some more. Come down to my house, you know, or the motel, and I'll give you Las Vegas. I'll give you da 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 da. You know, so we have that over here too. It's like, hey, you were funny, you know. Listen, I'll give you Hackney, Brixton, what's called Camden and North London if you come down to my yard. Yeah, listen, yeah, yeah, come, babes. and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, you're thinking, no, as a
No.
female comic, go home. You know. But we've always heard it all the time. When we think of like musicians, you know, allegedly, I have to say, like, you know, Shirley Bassey. When we think of the early years of, say, like Joan Rivers, who's Jewish background, they've been through that circumstance where the woman gets treated like an object. But the good thing about it is that they'll utilize whatever happened to stage the next day. They'll be like, oh my gosh, and could you believe I just had some sex last night and it was rubbish, it was disgusting. I want my refunds. And then, you know, the reason why I'm here is because I had that same sex last night and it was him, you know, it'll be a kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
And they know the
It's
consequence.
sad, but it's true though. Like,
Yeah.
and it's sad, but it's true. But like you doing, they need somebody to kind of bring it to the light. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I have to, and imagine that's set in nearly 100 years ago. So after World War One. So you're thinking 1920s, 1930s. You know, them jazz kind of days. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, Great Depression. And now look what we're going through: 2020, Black Lives Matter, coronavirus. You know, invisible warfare. It's like is the timing. It's just canny. You know, it's crazy. But I think what it is, I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared of actually producing this stuff. But another side of me saying, do it, go for it, go. You know, it will take time. You know, you can't be rolling
come from though? Where does the fear come from?
Because when I started comedy, I was 16 years old. So I'm still in limbo where before the social media comics came to town, or sorry, came to our devices, you know, the do it for the Vines and the Snapchats and all that kind of stuff there. And I'm still on that kind of page where I grew up with those older cats in the game.
Yeah.
And they're still doing their thing now. They're still trying to know what buttons, what was this, whilst the social media comics are just making money just like that because of a click, you know, or because of a funny dance move, or a hashtag ice bucket challenge, or do it for the sausage thing, you know, eggs, bacon, grits, sausage. I'm gonna I remember that.
Yeah.
So we didn't do nothing. We didn't catch on because us in the UK we're slow. So
I wouldn't say that. I really wouldn't say that.
I have cousins.
Yeah.
I have cousins. I'm so yeah, so it's that kind of thing that's going on, and what I'm afraid of is that my characters are so on point with who's still alive now, let alone people who are gone. So people who are probably gone, their family members might be watching my online thing going, how should I know about that? Who's this person? Because remember, I'm not a superstar yet. I'm not a legend yet. I'm still just a black woman, 5'5", you know, with some heels, and you know, lighter skinned in the wintertime, you know, with some nice weave for $9.99, and just doing some jokes. That's all I am. You know what I'm saying? If I walk down to the shops, no one will know me except for probably my neighbor, you know? But it's like, if to be known, you've got to do something different and push things to the edge. Like I said to another few comedians, I said, there's no way in hell I'd be going to a talent show, or competition, or a TV talent competition, because I find them things rigged. You know, there's always something on those contracts. Like, for instance, you guys have got America's Got Talent and we've got Britain's Got Talent, you know. I think, yeah, not last year, the year before, a comedian who I adored and looked up to, he was also on Nick Cannon's Wild 'N Ut, came back to the UK and he warmed up for Dave Chappelle and Jon Stewart, the former presenter of Daily Show, in the beautiful Royal Albert Hall. Now, the reason I say it's beautiful, because it is huge. When you clap your hands, just make clap like Busta Rhymes, it echoes. You know,
That's
it's
great.
big. You know, I've never performed in there, but when I see it and on TV, I'm like, oh my God, I need to be there. You know, kind of thing. And yeah, so he killed it. He really did so well, even though he was a warm-up. So, cut long story short, he did a sort of secret comedy club thing on in East London at a smaller venue, which could hold about 400 people, which is pretty good. But he only invited a few, you know, what's it called, MVPs of comedy, just his friends basically, in the gig, not just to watch it, but also the ones who are on the lineup. Now, fair enough, I give them their you know, their dues. But when the next following day, when it got out on newspaper and it got out on the social media, let me tell you something. I know I sound like a bitter bitch, but me, loads of other black comedians who are well seasoned, who knew him. We were just like, no, ain't that a bitch? Hold on a minute. Whoa. Where he live again? Where's my earrings? Like, we just like, wait a minute. We're just like, hold on a minute. You can't go like that. You can't do that. I knew you. I know your mama. Like, what the hell? that was rude.
Crazy.
And then
That's really
the
crazy.
fact that was a cherry on top. But I think the one really hit the gut, like Mike Tyson, was when he went on to Britain's Got Talent and not just only got on there as if he was nothing, you know, because he's really a superstar. He's really got so much followings and everything. He went on there as if he was a pauper, and then he knew one of the judges already from yesteryear when he was quote unquote famous, you know, as a radio DJ, like a when I mean radio DJ, I mean someone like Charlemagne the God, because he's met Charlemagne as well from Breakfast Club. So like at that status, his excuse, I call it an excuse. His excuse is that, oh, I'm not that famous yet nationally, just because a lot of nearly the whole of the black community knows me. I said, well, that's funny because my white friends know you too, even though they're working class citizens. You know, the man's been in the game for 20 odd years. So I'm like this. I'm like, oh, hell no. And the thing is, I said, I would never be on a TV talent show because I don't want to see a lot of black people, including women, who are talented, lining up like Million Man March for this one production where Simon Cowell goes, oh, that was really good. That was funny. We've seen someone like you before. Have you got anything else? Okay, big okay, bye-bye. You know, like, I don't want, nah. I can see that coming. You know, so that's why I'm literally taking the risk and going, look, I'm gonna do some top 10 countdowns, which no one's ever done before in the UK. I'm gonna do a mockumentary and talk a little bit about myself, because representation, not just for black women, I'm representing also for black people with disabilities, because people are going hashtag mental health awareness, whoa, and I'm like, where are you except for putting your thumbs on these hashtags? You know, where are you when these people need you? Because as the saying goes, the greatest comedians are the ones who are depressive. You know, are the most craziest, insane ones. I'm not saying everyone's got to be insane like the Joker from Batman, but I'm saying like, you know, there are people that have been through the wars internally.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not, and at the same time, I'm not saying to say kumbaya as well when you're doing the business, because business is a business. Like the word show business, everyone hears the word show, but the word business is silent. You know, they become like Django, Unchained. You see, and a lot of black people over here, I'm not sure over there in America, we need to learn and understand and acknowledge it rather than utilizing our ego to go forward and having that slave trade mindset, because even over here, reality television cannot work for us because our country's so small. You could, like, say for you, do you remember a show called Cheaters?
No, I don't think I never watched that.
Yeah, you guys had the show called Cheaters in America. I don't know which part it was from. I think probably at Los Angeles, and it's basically where it's like, how can I say? It's like punks but mixed with Maury or something. You know, like, yeah, they're showing you like, okay, so you have a suspicion about your partner. Okay, so your girlfriend has been walking to 7-Eleven and she just walks into a car after getting some snacks. Yeah, she walked to this guy called Sebastian Rodriguez. Do you know him? Oh, you know him from work. Okay, yeah, she walks to his car and they're going along and they're kissing, they're lipsing. Yeah, do you, I'm sorry, crying, man. Yeah, like literally doing that. And then you walk up to the people with hidden cameras and then you catch them. You're like, hey, get out of the car. You know, and you start fighting, you know, like before Instagram, fighting.
That's crazy.
Before Worldstar, you know. And then you go to the studio and you talk about how you felt and what kind of mediation. As you take the relationship further or just cut ties. Over here, we can't have that kind of thing because us black people, like I said, we're a small minority. And if you run from London to Birmingham, as you guys call it, Birmingham, we'll find you. We will catch your ass. Like, we'll be like, where he hiding? Okay, then. We go to the train. This is like, so certain things only in America can happen. Like, but over here, nah. It'll be bloodshed. Like, yeah, reality TV is not the way to go, man. Bad Girls Club? No, sir. But what's it? Housewives? Bye.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Bye. That
I
can't
heard about
happen.
that, but I ain't never really watch it.
Mm-mm. Yeah, we'll literally find out some shit. We'll be like this. We'll be like, yeah, yeah. So there's a Real Housewives of London. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, look. She's going to McDonald's. I thought you don't go to McDonald's. Why are you lying? Like, you see what I'm saying? We'll catch them.
I like that. I like that.
No, it's too much. But overall, how long? Like, have you been doing stand-up comedy for long, or have you doing mostly online stuff?
I'm more of an online person. I never really like thought of doing comedy. I just always been like I've been like a YouTuber type person, and then I
Mm,
started doing like the podcast and stuff. So
yeah,
like I never really been like in person on a stage or anything like that. But I like to be honest, I probably wouldn't be nervous or anything because like in the long run, I was made to like talk in front of crowds, be the center of
yeah.
attention. So yeah, I feel like I could do it if I put forth the effort.
Go for it. I mean, when this lockdown lifts a bit more, I think it's where it has lifted in your area. I'm not too sure, but over
Yeah.
here we've got mostly say signed comedians who are contracted have an agent who are doing these drive-through comedies. So people are driving, parking their car, a bit like Grease, the musical,
Hmm.
and then just like watching from a distance. Um, so we have those kind of shows. So there's no open mics yet, but if there's any in your area, go for it. Write down a 5 minutes or 3 minutes and just see how it goes.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna take your advice and I'm gonna try it.
Yeah. Make
So
sure it's not all
speak.
about Corona though. Make sure it's not all about Corona.
So speaking
Because I
about
even
with the comedy, I was watching your YouTube video with the it's not it's simple but it ain't easy. Are you gonna be doing
yeah.
like a follow up on that or?
Yes, and that one, imagine a funny story is right. Well, not funny, but one comedian blocked me from all socials and WhatsApp because of that speech.
Wow.
And it was the bit where I say well, before I tell my story, I know one comedian, and she's doing very well in the game. I don't want to say her name, but she's using her assets, to get higher in the game. But you got to know, she's got to realize that it's like snakes and ladders meets Jenga for her. Because you pull one piece, everything drop down. They go from hush puppies to flapjackies. Comedy has no age. And that's what I said there. And then I went to my story about the three roasts: the horny roast, the comedy roast, and the dinner roast. About my story. But I think that particular comedian is so insecure because I spoke to a very close friend of mine, or should I say ours, which is a mutual friend. And I knew this woman for 11 years, in
Hmm.
the comedy game. We used to live in the same area. She was 2 blocks away from me. So now she's living in LA. I think I come to the theory that because she's in LA and she's signed, she has to literally cover up her tracks, her bad tracks, if that makes sense. Because if
Hmm.
you're known, like I said, it goes back to the whole thing I said, if you're known for a woman, especially a woman of color, sleeping around, doing God knows what, sex sells, which is true, then say it like you mean it, or don't do it again, you better go to Jesus or something, and don't even touch him. Like, yeah, you can. And then, but if you're playing this game of like, oh no, she caught me, Scooby Doo, start running away and stuff. No, we're gonna catch you. We're gonna find you.
Yeah.
When
If
I
you're
when I
gonna
tracked
do
her
it, then you
down,
gotta
obviously,
own up to it.
that's what I'm saying. Like, cause oh, it's gonna probably give it away now. Stuff it. So one of her gigs, her one woman shows before she left UK was called, kid you not, How to Catch a Dick.
And everybody went crazy for it.
Everybody knew. They were like, yeah. Everybody knew. So then it was just like, okay. And things with me, I still didn't judge her because at the end of the day, I don't care how much your body count is. I don't care if you've been doing orgies and this and that. Live your life, have respect in the game. Now, what really drove me to saying that particular piece in the speech, it was mainly based on black women in comedy. And the
Hmm.
same person who was a friend of mine, and I was slightly digging at, she said on newspapers and press that there are no black female household names, like icons in this country. So she didn't even say like black female comedians. I understand she said that, but none at all, except for Naomi Campbell. She says. I said, wait a minute. So hold on, let me make some phone calls. Brr. Hello, BBC News. Hi, is Maurice Stewart still alive? The first black woman on broadcast. Yeah, oh, thank you, Jesus. All right then, cool. Hold on, my next phone call. Brr. Yeah, hello. Children's television. Yeah, is Dame Fuller Benjamin still alive? Yeah, you sure? Okay, right. Thank you, Jesus. You know what I mean? Like literally, we're just we're going. And then even the comedian before her, because you got to remember, she's only what 3 years older than me. This one who was saying all this stuff on the newspaper. The comedian, the pioneers or pioneeresses, empresses, you want to call them, who are still living legends to this day, are still alive, and they are vexed. They got baseball bats ready. They got Jimmy Choos. They got everything ready for this young lady. And even I got warned. If I ever say anything bad as if they never existed, like if they're a parasite, I'll get my comeuppance. You know what I'm saying? And I said, look, I swear to Lord, I ain't going to do nothing like that. Because if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be on the stage, you know? So it's like, it's sad. It's like you basically saying,
it's
yeah,
sad.
man.
It's sad because nobody really ever talks about that side of the industry either, though. Like, you got like, these Instagram models and all this, that, and the third that's blowing up off of their body because people is going crazy for it. Like, if that's all you got to offer, then, like, what's the point, you know?
Yeah, when your sell by date comes, it's like milk, innit? You know, instead of like nice wine, you know, you look like dry milk, and it's like, I'm gonna throw this away. You know, you don't want to see none of that.
Once they get tired of looking at your body, like, oh, what else you can do? They're gonna start scratching their head, like, oh man, oh,
tapping their weave, going like, yeah, they're going to Cardi B's old job. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going.
That's all they got, and people go crazy for it. They look past the, like, I say it like this because I heard somebody say it on one of my posts before. That was like, people gonna support who they want to support, and like, I don't think it should be like that because it's a lot of great hidden talent that's not even recognized, and like, it's crazy. People support who they want to support. You got to do out the way stuff just to get recognized.
Yeah, but the thing is, how do you define out the way stuff? Because over here it can be misconstrued as in like, oh, you're a sellout. Oh my gosh, you're doing this, you're doing that. So like, what's in your definition, Big Zach, out of the way stuff?
Just like how we just broke up the example of the Instagram models. They have to like kind of show their body just to get recognized, or just like with the social media, you got to go viral. You got to do something out the way to go viral. Like, oh, snatch this out the store, record me snatching this out the store and running with it. And like, you know, you got to do something out the way just to get recognized. And it shouldn't be like that.
It's terrible, man.
If that helps me define what you asked,
that's what I'm saying. That's in your own words, because like, I don't want the whole, like, you know, I mean, in the ideal world, we shouldn't really have levels, you know, like within the industry, no matter what sector you're working in. But without levels, there won't be any sort of structure, if that makes sense. So if we didn't have levels, we won't have, I don't know, the Eiffel Tower in Paris. We'll have London, you know, Big Ben. Because, you know, with architects, you got to have a manager, a project manager, and then you got to have the employees. You know, and then your executive who pays for all the whatever's going on. And then same with movies, you gotta have the distributor, executive director, the what's called, not chancellor, is it called chancellor? No, commissioner. Sorry, you gotta have the commissioner, producers, assistants, runners. You know, people say, "Do you want any drink? Do you want anything? Oh my God, you look stunning!" Yeah, you know them, yes people. And then the actors, you see, the performers. Because without all of them, you won't get an actual production. So I do understand that, but to an extent, I wish there wasn't any like poverty in that. But at the same time, if we didn't come from the jump, you know, from levels, that ground zero, would we actually have that fire in us to do certain things?
I get what you're saying.
It's hard. It's a never-ending debate.
That's where it all starts from. You have to kind of start from the ground up. That's what motivates you to want to keep going and going and going. You got to have that You gotta have that I'm tired of this type of mentality. We finna get up and change this type of mentality and
Yeah.
just go from there. But you gotta stick to it. You have to.
That's the thing with me. I got to be consistent because even though I have my situation in my brain, I'm still tired of a lot of black people in the comedy game, no matter if they're promoters or comedians or even some old school groupies who are now good women now, not saying nothing. They're really scared. They are shook. You know, I'm thinking, you ain't gonna get no smoke. We don't deal with guns here, not too much, but we deal with knives. You know, and that takes a long time to go, hunger. So say what you're gonna say. You know, we got time. We're doing a lockdown. They got time. Amount of older comedians I've been calling, and what I mean by older is literally comedians who are in their 50s, 60s, reaching the 70s, a big 7-0. You know, as long as they look after themselves, put on that mask and everything, you know, have some thingy, Dettol, disinfectant, then I can talk to them. They can pick up the phone. But yeah, like even me discovering that and what I've researched that helps me communicate with them, instead of asking them 21 questions, they're going, wow, how did you know that variety? How did you, what? How you know about that thing that happened in 1964? You weren't even born. You were born in 1991 variety. I said, yeah, I know. You know, and I'm all stirring the teacup going, yeah, I know some things. You know, tell me more. That's me. And as I get to my character, variety detective, so I'm like, yes. So on February the 14th, 1974, you were at the Disco Jam Jams down at Soho, and you took a left turning. Why did you go to left turning, eh? Where are you going? Yeah. Soul Train ain't there. You know what I'm saying?
So boom. Let me see. Hold on. What you about to say? You keep going. You keep going. You can keep going. What you about to say?
No, I was just gonna say. I say like, even with that, the research that I've done so far, I do tap my own back. I'm not being egotistical, but a lot of people in their 20s, they would never do that because they don't want to. It's not that they don't want to know. It's that we live in a microwave mentality because of social media. You know what's being shown to us. We can go like on demand on our television. You know, people just want the quick fix. They don't really want to work and research, and that's where it leads to the other R word, respect. So respect in the arts and the masterpiece of comedy. If you don't respect it, then it's not going to respect you back. Karma will hit you. You know, which goes to show with the other comedian I was talking about. She's just and the other one too. He's just like, I want this now, opportunist. I'm going to use you. Really? Okay. You know, I like we don't know your family. You don't even went to the same church. Yeah, all right then, cool. Say nothing. So that's what's happening.
I feel like I'm doing a lot good though. Like how you say not to be like egotistic or anything, but I'm only 19.
See, you're 10 years behind me. You're what, 2 years younger than my brother.
I'm only 19, and I feel like I'm doing good to have like a little plan, a little something going. You know what I'm saying? At a young age, that way I got time to kind of build on it, grow in it, develop it, understand it a lot. So I feel like I started at the right time.
Of course, is that the time and timing is everything. You know, as long as it's being consistent, that's the thing. Because the thing is, my YouTube channel, when I look at, you know, when you press on your YouTube actual page and you go across on the top and it goes home, playlist, videos, and something. And then you go to community and then about yourself, it says Variety D started YouTube 2005. And I'll be like, no, I could have done what? Like, literally.
I had that moment before too.
I was crying when I saw that. I was like, what do you mean happy anniversary? We talking, this is back in 2015, right? There's a happy 10th anniversary Variety. Yeah, you've been on YouTube for 10 years. I said, 10 years? Ooh, it's been that long. And I look on it, I went, oh, ain't that a bitch? Oh, no. And the thing is, back when I first started YouTube, I think I was in sixth form college. I was only looking for music videos and kittens. I don't have a cat at home, but I like the way, you know, some cats go, yeah, and they start doing backflips and all that. You know, some stupidness. Like, I didn't think, if I turn back time, I would have been getting my, because obviously we didn't have phones like this. We had flip phones in it, so they were rubbish. But I would have like invested my school slash college money with some nice Kodak 3000s and these things that I'm putting this phone on. I'll book a studio space. I'll probably even use college. I'll probably sweep it and be like, yes, miss, listen, I'm gonna use this space now. Take it for an hour. Something. Okay, use that green screen. Back in 2006, 2007. But all that time, I wasted time because of these nice, sexy guys. When you're around that age, your hormones just jump to the sky. You know how it is. Like, it just jumps to heaven, and you're thinking, Lord, give me my stuff back. Like, I cleanse now. Can you?
So this is probably the most best part that I'm looking forward to during this podcast, especially coming from you. As I said, you're the first female to be on the podcast. And like kind of towards the end, I like to get I like to give like a one-on-one moment, and I always like to ask for words of encouragement. If you can give me some words of encouragement from you to me in your own words.
One, stay safe, stay strong, and stay blessed. Because of what we're going through right now. If you want to go grocery shopping, please do have some money on your credit cards or debit cards to do some online deliveries, because even walking outside here in South London, because I live in the heart of the south of London, it's dangerous, especially after 7 or 8 o'clock. You don't know what's behind you. Secondly, when it comes to industry-wise, learn something new. Don't rush. Yes, not like the challenge. Don't rush challenge. I mean, don't rush in general. If you don't know about something, learn it or ask someone. And if you're too stubborn, yes, us black people, too stubborn to ask about certain apps and all that stuff, go on YouTube. You type in how to work this app. What does this button do? Ask Google too. Google and YouTube. And what's that woman name again? Not Siri. Siri's the other one. I'm not an iPhone holder. Alexa.
I didn't know. I was confused.
Listen, if there's a new one in America, please tell me. But but yeah, ask these snitching hoes. I mean, sorry, these lovely women who tell you everything. And then yeah, just take it from there. Just keep like every day someone learns something different. I mean, yes, Denzel Washington did say that a long time ago when he was younger, but at least he taught his son that too. That's why he's in that good film that was Oscar nominated, or I think he won an Academy Awards for it. What else can I say? I think there's so much. It's not a sprint; it's a marathon. Don't let social media rule you. You rule social media, because at the end of the day, to socialize, you have to have people. We're not robots. I mean, yes, I know some people in Asia or China want some robot wars going on, but we don't want that here. Sorry, we're not R2D2. We're not going to name our kids none of that, like Keisha 2XX22. No, we're not doing that. Not today, not tomorrow. Unless your name is like KRS1 or something, and then yeah, I understand, because that's a rap of it, ain't it? Or if your blood's in the Crips, you go like, yo, hey, Tutu. I'm like, yeah, what's going on, man? Tutu? Yeah. But after all, nope. Do not let social media control you, any form of technology, because, okay, this is another thing I said before. One day there will be a blackout. I know it's going to be tough titties for all you guys, right? Who are 19 years old and younger. There's going to be a blackout. And what you need is puzzles, some pencils, crayons, and be creative. Don't be insane. Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi you want to talk it will come back on soon in due time. But when that blackout happens, you're gonna see a lot of social media comics or even influencers or sensations who are up here in that plateau go woo, because they ain't paid their tax, rent. What's the other one? Some subscriptions, some kind of stuff.
Light bill.
They ain't got the residuals. You'll see it happening, and that's why I'm looking, going, yeah, I'm thinking 5 years ahead here, because even though we've got this coronavirus going on, there could be a virus on our systems.
Ain't no telling what's to come. Ain't no telling right
That's
now.
what I said. And a lot of black people, not all, but a lot of black people in my own area say, "Oh, you're crazy, Variety. Oh my gosh, have you taken your medication?" Yes, I have. I'm fine. I'm blessed. I'm just saying, yeah. Not if, but when that happens, yeah, you're gonna be calling up Sky, calling up AT&T, calling up this and that. Yeah, they're gonna say, "Look, it's done. That we can't do anything at the moment. We've got to wait, be patient, and then you guys got to do what you got to do. Still go to work. Your car's still working. If you don't take the car, take the bus. You know what I'm saying? Take the train." Only thing that's missing is going to be the timetables. You have to go for the old school kind of timetable where you see like the time on the wall. You got to predict when it's coming. Guess in school and college, if schools go back open and the blackouts happen, hey man, it's time for chalk and boards. Yo, that screechy noise. No, yes, come on kids, we're gonna learn about algebra. Yes, this ain't touch type.
Okay, now let's go. Let's go.
Oh man, there's no swipe left, swipe right. Go out dating. If you like someone, say, "Hey, Big Zach, I like you. You better go down and go get yourself something." Communicate. None of this little Tinder nonsense, guy.
Your energy is amazing, though. Your energy is really amazing. I like your energy.
It's because I'm speaking the truth. I've said this a long time ago. I'm not lying in any shape or form. There's no time for lies right now. Because you could be here today, gone tomorrow.
Right.
And like, and I've said this for years as well. And people going, "Oh, you're crazy." Oh, yeah. I said, "Really? All right then. Well, I'll get the last laugh, innit? Yeah. When you guys are going, "Oh my God, my apple." What do you mean? What, my apple? Apples are sold here in the market. Eat them. They're nice. $5 a day, innit? You're crying about McDonald's is down there.
This has been. I like this because I learned a lot. I like to learn. I learned a lot about like a lot of industry stuff. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about you. I do my research.
Yep.
And this has been. I don't regret inviting you at all. This has been the best. Not only that, like I said, that you're the first female on the podcast.
No, that's a blessing, man.
Not only that, but this is probably the longest podcast I've done. So another.
Really? I saw your other one. You were talking to another comedian from the States.
I was talking for more than 45 minutes because we up here for like 45 minutes. I think we just hit the 45-minute mark. I think all my other ones was either 30 or under. So yeah, that's another.
So what, did you write down some questions before you did the interviews?
No,
you just freestyled? Yeah. I think he's freestyler from the. Yeah.
Just be like certain topics come to your head and you just got to talk on it right away.
That is so Carolina of you. You guys.
You said Carolina?
Yeah, you're from Carolina, innit? Yeah.
I told you where I was from before.
Nope, I researched. See what I'm saying? See,
I like that.
The same way you saw my speech, I saw where you're from, your area code. I was like, yeah. Who else is Carolina? Let me see, Charlemagne. You got some. I think did they sell moonshine there? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Say nothing. Because like I said, remember I've been to America before, but I've never been to your part of the state. I've only been to. Let me see. I've been to New York since I was 4 years old. In and out. I've been to LA, Florida, Detroit, Michigan. I think that's about it. My mom's been to Tennessee, and I think it was Chi-Town. Yeah, Chicago. Yeah, but all the other, like, I haven't been to all the other places, other states. And there are times where I do think to myself, if I go down to the south, will I be all right? Because I am brown, I want to come back alive in South London.
It's not like that. It's not.
We watch too much movies. Mississippi Burning on them thing. They were like, like.
Oh,
we see running duvet covers, like running around. Nah, we don't want that. Duvet pillowcases with 2 holes. Nah, I'm thank you very much. And ropes are not skipping.
Speaking before, since you say you know where I'm at, tell me about some London stuff because I've never been out of South Carolina.
To break down London in general is the capital of the UK. So basically like Washington. However, we do have the vibes of New York. We have an area called Piccadilly Circus, Oxford Circus. It's not as Circus of Clowns, it's just called that because it's very shiny and bright and the city never sleeps. That's lies. Our city does sleep. We just have crackheads just moving around making noise. So we have that. Then we do have ghetto areas because I spoke to Fat Man Scoop last night and he remembers when he was living in London for a bit. And he says, yeah, you guys call ghetto the ends. You know, the ends. Oh, my God. I was like, yes, the ends. So where I was raised was an area, a borough called Lambeth. Now, the main bit is called Brixton. Brixton is notorious but sweet, meaning that it's notorious because it has a lot of people of color who were brought up there, but they didn't really train themselves to become better. It was just like stagnant. They're just there. And they never moved from their area. You know, it's like a glass ceiling that they treated themselves. So whilst the years went by, say about 2 generations since the Windrush, where the Jamaicans and other Caribbean people came to Britain, the parts of the strips of Brixton have been gentrified over the years. And when it comes to gentrification for Black people, it can go either this way or that way. You know, so. I think I shouldn't be saying that because with some of the strips of Brixton is also the LGBTQ plus PPIIS something gay community. So we have rainbow flags around there, and it's like, hold a minute, so you got rainbow flags here, but you got Jamaica, it's sort of Jamaica Avenue-ish further down the road. They must want war. They must want blood running on the floor because that's not gonna work, you know. So that's happening till this day, and Brixton's known for riots. It's known for 4 riots since the 60s, 70s, 60s. Not sure about the 70s, but the 80s, 90s, and 2011. We've had big riots coming from the North London to the south, so Tottenham to the south to Brixton. All because again, Black people being shot by the police or injustice. Then you have. So in South London it's mostly Caribbean orientated. So me, I'm a mix of Guyanese and Jamaican. Guyana, South America, next to Brazil. Whilst in Peckham, there's an area called Peckham, and that's in South East London. And if you go to East London, there's a place called Hackney, Dalston. I forgot the other area now. It's mostly African, but not really African. It's mostly Lagos, so Nigerian. And then you also got a couple of, more Ghanaian and Zimbabwe and all that around there. So some people call it plantain over there, some call it plantain. You'll see the different dress code. Then you've got West London. West and North London are we call them silent killers. Because in North London, that's where the Jewish community are, called Golders Green. This is an actual name of an area. And that's a lot of Orthodox Jews, with the curly whirlies and the hats and the, kind of stuff. So I think some of them I like them. Some I like some of the wives, the younger ones, because they really like to talk to people. It's the older guys with the sideburns and the beards. You can't talk to them. You can't look to their eyes, But the conservative Jewish, they're cool. They're cool. As long as you're nice, they're nice. Then you've got West London, a lot more Somalian and Ethiopian around there. And take into consideration all these things, like even I'm saying north, west, east, and south. There's a lot of white people. White people dominate the whole freaking thing. But what's happening is, even in East London, you've got a lot of Indians, so Bangladeshi, Sri Lankan. They have their one area as well, like it's called Whitechapel, ironically, and Brick Lane. But when you look at the old pictures, it's all white, working class white people. They're just walking through, going, "Yep, I'm invisible. I'm gonna do my thing." And Black people now, what are you doing here? You don't live here. You smell funny. You're from the south. I'm like, all right, how you know? Like, the same way you reacted when I said you're from Carolina. I was like, yeah, man, I can smell it. So yeah, so we got all that going on. It's all cosmopolitan. We have a Soho too. We have Soho where you got gay parades, pride. But the problem is with the Black gay community over here, there's still no union. It's still messy. There's a crab and bucket mentality, just like the industry.
Yeah.
you know, because I performed in comedy, I performed with gay crowds as well, and yes, I did break lesbians' hearts, you know, and they're like, oh my god, you're so funny, oh come down to my house, it's our one woman show, nah, listen, when I was a little girl, I never shared my toys back then. When I'm a big woman, I never share my toys right now. Thank you for laughing. Let me have my stuff back. Thank you very much. Or give me batteries. Give me batteries. I can handle myself. Thank you. Like, wait. Oh, why didn't you say so on stage that you're heterosexual? I'm like, well, so you want me to go in there and say, hi, how you doing, everybody? My name's Variety D. I'm straight. You know, everyone all right? Having a good day? Yeah. No, that's not normal. Comedians are just comedians. You don't have to say what you are, your sexual orientation, and what color are you, unless you have a story to tell.
Yeah.
But them girls were drunk, and I'm sorry, them young women, they were drunk, they were intoxicated. And I was like, give me my hat. No, that's my hat. Thank you. I'm not going to your house. No, what? Limehouse? No, come. I got a train to catch. No. Nice try. You know. I'd say thanks for smiling. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I got paid.
Big shout out to you, though. Big shout out to you for coming.
And that's nothing. My demographics is everybody. I don't care who you are, because like I said, I performed the Jewish community in North London. I performed in front of the gay community. I performed in front of the Indian people, and they all laugh. Even the old people, the veterans from the war, you know, British legions. Some of them are blind, so even in comedy you got to be very creative. You got to, instead of saying, oh, has anybody watched Wild 'N Out, or has anybody watched Dynasty or something last night? They haven't seen things since the war, since the Falklands. So you got to literally come up with something else and say, do you know what, do you know that feeling you get? You got to think of your, you know, senses. You know that feeling you get when you're going for a doo-doo, you know, and you haven't gone doo-doo for days. And you know, when you're constipated, you make that noise as if you're in the gym. That you know that kind of noise. You go, it feels like you lift up weights, but you dropped a weight from your bum. And then when I said it in front of them, like, yes, that was me last night, and they're blind. Like they're literally like, it's just those creative moments.
How would you mind doing a part 2?
A part 2? What, of a doo-doo, of a number 2? That's disgusting. That sounds like 2 girls, 1 cup. Right.
But would you mind doing a part 2 though?
What, for an interview?
This podcast right here.
Yes, please. But just remember, on August the 12th, I'll be having the surgery on my brain, so that'll be 1 to 2 months healing.
We'll get it.
And also, and stuff. Here's my question. Do you want me to recommend you some other comics and other talented people from this side of the water?
Of course.
To holler at you.
Of course.
All right,
of course. Cool. I will really appreciate that. I will really appreciate
Yeah, man.
that.
It's all about giving, man. I'm saying black people don't do this that often. We're just always so greedy, going, hi, it's my time to shine. I'm first lady. Yeah, you know, ha. And they just like literally just go away and do nothing.
Do you have a limit for being on live? They just gave me a countdown. Yeah,
they do countdowns now. So we have to love you and leave you. Yeah. It's Instagram fault, it's not me. Hey, it's go Variety. Thank you, Big Zach.
Appreciate you for coming through, man. I appreciate the love.
All right, then.
Be safe.
Take care.
Be safe.